Yo, what's going on, guys? Bringing you guys a brand new video, and today is a story time video. You gotta like the diversity, you feel me? But no, seriously, I'm gonna be telling a story about something that happened when I was 16, and it was a while back. I'm gonna keep the names private, everything private, because it is a little bit of a crazy story, not gonna lie. But, it's my story to tell. I was a main part of it, and in a lot of ways, it's in the past, and I'm gonna just not dwell on it, but be open about it because it was a pretty funny story. And, your boy got the best in the situation. Let's just put it like that. So the story starts out with me hanging out with my five friends. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 friends. 5 counting me. So we have Pamp, which he's gay. We have Gene. Gene's in the story. I'll say Danny and Licks. So Pamp, Danny, Licks, Gene, and me. So Pamp is the driver of this situation because he had a little gay ass Mazda 3, that little faggot boy. And he used to drive us around places. And Danny was his best friend. They were together like a pair of fucking shoes. And then it was Licks, me, and Alex and Gene. And we would tag along, we would hang out. And we hanged out with these 2 girls. We have Kate and Katie, to keep it very simple. So Kate and Katie hang out with us, sometimes they don't. But that day we were hanging around in my neighborhood, and it was all of us there, all 5, 6, 7, all 7 of us. And I lost my phone at the pool. Now, I just got this phone literally a month later. I left it on the table. Some people took it and left without me knowing. It was a pretty dumb move. I think I know who it is. I think it's an old friend of mine named Aiden. I guarantee he took my phone, which is pretty crazy. But nevertheless, I lost my phone, and I knew my parents were going to be fucking pissed. And I didn't know that they were going to be as pissed as they fucking were. So I go home and I say I lost my phone to my mom. And immediately she starts yelling. I walk in and my dad starts running over, and they're both yelling at me. And my dad, he's yelling at me. I get mad. I punch a hole in my wall. I smash my head into the wall, and it's drywall, so I break holes into it. And then I run out the house because I just can't deal with it. I'm not going to get into the volume of what happened that day because it was pretty serious, but family matters are going to stay private. But it was a pretty severe argument, and I ended up running away. Now, as soon as I started running away, it started fucking pouring, which is insane. So I'm running out of my neighborhood. It's pouring. My dad tried to chase me, but I was too fast, and I got away. So I'm running, and it's pouring, and I know that they're home, and I'm like thinking to myself, what the fuck is going on? I'm over here taking off my shirt on some survival shit, and I decide to go to my aunt's house because she lives not too far away. She lives like the neighborhood right next to mine, a little bit down the street. So I go to my aunt's house, and I wait a little bit. I'm walking around. I'm thinking, what the fuck should I do? I can't call a friend. I lost my phone. I honestly don't know what to do at this point. But I decide to commit to going to my aunt's house. They dry my clothes for me. They let me stay there for a little bit. And, I'm just relaxing there. And later, I guess they called them and told me that they're going to take me home. And I didn't like the sound of that. So, I'm like agreeing, yeah, fine, take me home. This is fine. And I knew I wasn't going to go home. So they kept telling me, please go home. We're going to drop you off. We're not going to watch you because, you're over 16. You should know what to do. So they dropped me off, and I fake it really good. I'm walking up. I'm like, all right, bye. I fake it. I crouch, and I hide behind the gate, wait for them to leave, and then immediately book it. I'm out of there. So I run. I know that they're gone. They think that I'm home. My parents still think that I'm somewhere. So So I run away, and then I catch wind of Kate and Katie, and all of the other 4 dudes are there. We meet up. We're just talking for a bit. I say my situation. And they were about to go home because we were in the neighborhood, but I decided to go home and figure the whole thing out. And they were still in the neighborhood by the time I got back. So it's around 6:30. It's still daytime. And we're out front of Kate's house, and we're all talking. And Bamp, Danny, Licks, and Gene decide to leave. And, I'm not too sure now, going this far, that Gene was there. I'm pretty sure he was, though. But nevertheless, they leave. The guys leave. And the girls ask me to stay. And I'm like, fuck. I'm in this situation. But, it's in the neighborhood, so I'm going to stay. And I stay because they're in the neighborhood. And if I want to go home, I could go home. But keep in mind, these chicks weren't ugly. They're hot. They're nice. I was friends with them. We knew each other. So I'm over their house. We're watching The Office, just chilling. And first of all, Bamp, or should I say Champ, gets mad that I stay. Actually, I forgot to mention that. Before I leave, he's like, why would you want to stay with them? You don't want to come with us. And at the time, I was like, I really do. But I want to stay in the neighborhood. And they were like, oh, we don't want to stay in the neighborhood. You be a faggot, Josh. All right, leave. And I was like, looking back on it now, I'm like, you fucking faggot. You were fucking jealous. You knew some shit was going down. So I'm over there, and all of a sudden, they get up and they leave. And I'm just sitting in the room, relaxing. Later, like 5 minutes later, they come back in thongs and bras. I don't know where their clothes went. They just come back in thongs and bras. And then they lay next to me. And I'm going to pull up a picture of what it fucking looks like. It looks like the picture of Chris Brown in My Freaky Friday. With the Little Dicky song. It looks exactly like that, but just a different room, and I'm not a black rapper. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I have a girlfriend. Forgot to mention, this is the time where I was dating Peyton Manny. So me and Peyton Manny have been dating for a couple of months now. I was already sketchy about dating this girl because one of my dream girls that I loved for a long time was finally giving me a shot. And then Peyton Manny came out of nowhere, threw me a Hail Mary. I caught that shit. I shouldn't have. I should have ran the other way. But, I ended up going with Peyton Manny and not, a model. Trust me, the difference between these two girls was magnificent. So I'm with Peyton Manny, and, keep in mind, the relationship wasn't that bad. I just didn't enjoy it as much as she did or everybody thought I did. I was in my head a lot thinking, I don't really have a lot of interest. We don't really, there was no connection there. It was purely decision based on emotion, not the good kind of emotion. But nevertheless, I was about 3 months into this relationship or 2 months into the relationship. And I'm thinking to myself, Kate and Katie, bro. And I'm like weighing my options like a scale, bro. I'm like Kate and Katie or Peyton Manny. And I'm like fucking Kate and Katie, bro. Kate and fucking Katie, bro. Threesome, 1. That's not going to give me anything because little insecurities. 1, 2, 2, 1, it was basic. So I chose the 2, me being a little fuckboy that I was when I was peak drugs. So, they eventually, take out my schmeat and they start, giving me a little massage, and the massage is going good. I finish, goes everywhere. It's all over the bed. It's all over them. Good night. Was there for like 2 hours, straight up sleeping with 2 thick ass girls with their asses out next to me. I felt like a skinny pimp, bro. Skinny pimp. So the night ends and it's 12 o'clock. And I fake a phone call from my mom and I tell them I need to go home because I was like, I'm not staying there all night. Fuck that. So, first of all, fake a phone call on one of their phones. I know, right? Fucking golden. So, what happens is that I actually leave. I crawl out the window because Kate's mom was home, and I go home. Now everything's settled. Nothing happened. No grounded. It was a mistake. These situations happen every day. I'm not talking about the Kate and Katie situation. I'm talking about me losing my phone and getting it stolen. So the next day starts. Boy, oh boy. Now, keep in mind, I'm dating Peyton Manny, and we were gonna hang out today, which is the next day. So keep in mind what I have. So I decided, fuck, I'm gonna text it to her, but I ain't gonna tell her face to face. So I texted to her that night, and believe me, when I mean Peyton Manny trucked me or blitzed me off the defensive line, that shit was wild. Fucking wild. But nevertheless, I deserved it. I didn't care. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't care. I wanted to stay together because, I don't want to be lonely. Me, little sad boy. But I stayed with her. We worked it out. And at the end of the day, me and Peyton Manny stayed together for about a month after until I broke up with her. But boys, technically got away with the threesome. I didn't fuck. I didn't get head. But, stuff happened. I got rewarded. I lost my phone in the making. And, for continuity reasons, I got a phone the next day, which is really good. And that's where the story ends, actually. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm trying to think of it if there was any other details other than that pimp guy being gay with his little Mazda 3. But really nothing more. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I tried to do a little bit more editing in this. Not really as much editing as I could do, but I'm trying to implement this character that I want to attach to my voice. You guys probably see the character. I'm not going to say it, but the character's there. He's right there. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have more story times, but I'm not trying to waste them all. So I'm gonna, keep them in my back pocket. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.